Welcome to Richard Scale Modelling. This is part 9 and the final part of Airfix's Avro Lancaster, scale 172. So in this part will be the final reveal. Before we get on to that, my thoughts about the kit as I normally do. Now, off the bat, this kit is a joy to put together. There wasn't any major issues at all. I had a small issue with the rear wheel half being missing, but I would assume that's not on every kit. I was just unlucky enough to get one that slipped by quality control. I don't mind that as much. These things happen, and there's not much you can do about it. And Airfix do have a really good resupply line if you have missing parts. I didn't think it wanted contacting them for a half a wheel when I had one in my spares, because it would have taken too long to get there. So, it's a little bit annoying, but these things happen. The thing that really did get me though about this kit, and I have mentioned it in the actual build log, is that they haven't supplied any bombs with this kit. Now it's a bomber, so you would think it would have the bombs supplied, even if it was just a basic set, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 bombs. But no, you have to go and buy a resupply kit if you wish to place the bombs inside this kit. Now, I am quite angry about this because you don't know that's the case until you open up the box and start having a look at the kit to see how you're going to go about building it. Then you realise then that there's no bombs, and they quite happily tell you in the instructions, oh, by the way, if you want bombs, you have to buy this separate kit. We do. It's ridiculous. It should be there with the kit. I know they're there to make money, but you're buying a kit, a bomber, and you would expect it to have the bombs in it. Every other kit I've done with a bomber's had bombs in it. Why can't this one? To me, it's just a money-making venture, and it's really annoyed me. I mean, all they had to do was put something on the box saying ornaments are not supplied within this kit, available on a separate purchase or on a separate kit. Then you can make an informed choice whether you'd want to purchase the kit or not, knowing that there's you have to buy aftermarket parts. Now, aftermarket parts are there for your enjoyment and for you to add to your build. It shouldn't be there to as a facility to complete your build. That's just wrong. You're buying a kit so you can build to completion. And if you're having the bomb bay doors open with the bombs and you have to you have to buy the bombs separately, it's just not on. You can tell that I'm very unhappy about that aspect of the kit. Now, as I said, the build itself was straightforward. There was nothing too challenging in the build. A beginner could do this kit as well as an expert. But saying that, I'm not going to recommend this kit to anyone, even though it built quite well. And the reason for that is, well, you've guessed it, because of the bomb issue. I think it's a disgrace. Now, there's also going to be people that will disagree with what I've said, and saying it's just one of these things. You're still getting the kit, but I respectfully disagree with that. But anyway, I'm getting hung up on this bomb thing. As I said, I won't recommend this kit because of that though. But the build went well. So I'll give credit where it's due. It's a nice kit to put together. The canopies and the gun turrets, the way they are worked up, it is really nice. I liked how the cowls and the props were put together. That was a joy. The interior was very interesting to build, not challenging, but gave you enough in it to play about and have fun with. And I also liked the alternative colour scheme, the white. I did it in the white because I've never seen one built like that, so I thought I'll give it a go and see what it looks like. And I'm actually very, very impressed with the white and the black underside. I think it looks really good. I know why it couldn't be done in theatre in World War II, obviously, because it was stand out like a sore thumb, but yeah, I believe that the white was going over to the Japanese campaign. I'm not 100% sure about that. I may have to check that out, but that's where the white markings come from. So if you haven't done so already, why don't you go to the channel and have a look at my other builds? There's quite a few up there. You may find something of interest. If you subscribe to the channel, and I really hope you do, those who haven't, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be kept up to date for my future builds. I've got some Star Wars builds coming up after this. This will be my last aircraft for a little while. I'm going to be concentrating on some sci-fi before I go back to some conventional building. So that might be something that you'll be interested in. Or I may just splice in between sci-fi and some conventional. I haven't quite made my mind up, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of Star Wars first of all anyway. So if you subscribe to the channel, you won't miss any of that. Also, hit that like button as well. That's always helps out the channel. And of course, please feel free to leave a comment. You know, as long as it's a comment that it's not going to be too not too harsh, but explicit or racial or anything like that, which I've had in the past, unfortunately. I'll generally try and respond to it. So it doesn't matter if it's criticism, if it's a constructive criticism, that's okay. You know, if you feel that I could do something better, please let me know. Also, share the channel. You know, that helps my channel to grow. I wasn't really worried about growing the channel, but as it's taken along, I kind of like that idea. But I'm not going to go out to grow it. I'm just going to mention it now and again. So, as I said, the next up is the actual final review. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all very much for watching and for your support in the channel. And I hope you enjoy the final review. Yeah. So for now, I'll say bye, and I'll look forward to hearing from you on my next build. Bye bye.